All right, everyone, the story we have been waiting for, and it is new here at 4 o'clock. So we're really finding out more about those fuzzy little caterpillars that you might have seen in the park, in your garden, somewhere in your neighborhood.
I'm looking at our notes, Mystery Caterpillar, we've entitled the story, and we all have questions. We're all seeing them now. Now, joining us with this critter update, you see him right there, is ABC 13 meteorologist Elise Smith. All right, Elise, let's get to the bottom of this.
All right, good afternoon. This is actually a fascinating topic. Today, I was able to confirm that these fuzzy caterpillars are not necessarily new to Texas, but their appearance has changed over the past few years. And yes, the weather has actually played a role in that. Carrie Calloway is the Community Engagement Coordinator for Texas A&M and AgriLife here in Harris County and tells us that these caterpillars are being put to the test, many growing a furry coat to keep them warm while dormant in the winter.
They have to, again, find different protective mechanisms that will allow them to sustain and survive. And a lot of them are growing that outer fur. So the increase of this particular caterpillar is all about adaptability, right? This caterpillar is adapting to the temperature, and it's growing the fuzzy, furry. It's all a protective mechanism for this particular caterpillar, right?
So no longer a mystery. And some good news. These caterpillars, most commonly the salt marsh and yellow woolly bear caterpillars, are not of the stinging variety like an asp. So while they're not harmful to us, they can be harmful to your plants.
Yes, you most definitely want to remove this particular caterpillar. Like I said, you can actually create an area for them that will kind of sustain them outside of your vegetation, and grow different native plants like milkweed that they'll be more attracted to, and they'll kind of stay in those areas.
And when removing a caterpillar, you'll want to wear a pair of gardening gloves or use something to pick it up. And if you're unsure of what kind of caterpillar it is, best just not to touch it if you're concerned. Carrie also told me that these particular caterpillars can live up to 14 years from the dormant stage to the caterpillar stage, and eventually they will turn into colorful moths. And wow. Yeah, so it's super interesting. And the funny story is these are typically caterpillars. They wear that fuzzy coat because it gets cold in the winter. So she referenced the recent freezes, the continuous freezes we've seen in the winter, why they're growing that coat. But being from up north, I'm used to these little guys. We see them every single we see them every single fall. And actually, the ones we have, the woolly bear caterpillars, they are typically of brown or black coloration. And there's weather folklore around them too, where if you see them in the fall and they're more black, that means it's going to be a harsh winter. And if they're more brown, that means it's going to be a mild winter. Here, I don't think we can correlate that to our weather in Houston. Yeah.
So we should flip the groundhog for the caterpillar.
Right?
And you said you wanted to pet them.
I did. They look so cute and fuzzy. Every time I'm walking my dog and we see them, I'm like, oh, it's so cute. But
right.
I'm glad I did not touch. Yes, you don't know.
Yes, and that's the thing. I've never seen an asp before. I've seen these kind of yellow and brown ones. So those are okay to touch, but Carrie Calloway also said that they can carry different pollens on their backs because they're fuzzy. So if you do have allergies to maybe other pollen types or molds or things like that, best, have some gloves or something when you pick them up.
I'll just let them be.
Elise
or
Smith,
let them be.
giving us the answers to the questions we really have right now.
Always.
You said you had like 600 comments on your Facebook post for this.
Yes, because we're seeing an abundance of them at this time of year when we traditionally don't. So that's and they make this beautiful white moth. So if you start seeing these giant white moths in a few weeks,
it's them.
Now you know.